Hello, everybody. RPG Kingdom Kid here, back with some more Virtue's Last Reward. In the previous video, we went through the security room, and then we watched some footage where we can decide who the killer is that killed Luna. Now, I feel like it can't be Clover, because even though Clover could be the one, there's been probably some... What else? Kay was there the longest, but Dio was all sneaky like, so I hope it's not a whole. It's probably gonna be like, if I pick the wrong person, I'll be like, no. I'm be like, oh, okay. And then so I'm gonna say Dio.
What makes you so sure?
There's up to something in there.
And you think that something was killing Luna? Yeah. It's not a very strong argument.
Who do you think it is?
Right now, the most likely suspect is Clover.
Why? Luna could have still been alive after Clover left the room. Dio and Kay both went into the room after Clover. Either of them could have killed Luna too.
That is true. This footage isn't enough to tell us who the killer is. But if we take one other thing into account, then she starts to look a lot more guilty.
What's that other thing?
What Dio said to us at the White Doors. Kay wanted us to go into the White Doors, right? You told him you wouldn't leave 3 people behind to die. What did Dio say to you?
Use your fucking head for once. You're gonna get us killed.
He would only have said that if he knew that only 2 of us would be going through the door. Do you understand?
Dio knew that we had Luna's bracelet. Which means he also knew she was dead.
Exactly. Right? If he hadn't known she was dead, he would have said something else. He would have objected the moment Kay suggested we go through the door.
It's impossible. How are they supposed to get through without Luna?
But he said nothing. Almost as if he never expected her to be there in the first place. Now why would he do that? I can think of 2 reasonable explanations. Either Luna was already dead when Dio entered room 2 in the crew quarters, or he killed her himself. If the latter was correct, however, I suspect he would have behaved differently. If Dio had killed Luna, he would have made sure to do something that he thought would cast suspicion off of himself. Most likely, he would have asked about her absence.
Where's Luna? Sigma and Phi won't be able to go through the White Doors without her.
Although it clearly wouldn't provide an ironclad alibi, I imagine he'd think it would make him less suspicious. That's why it's relevant that he said nothing about Luna. Of course, this doesn't mean he's innocent of killing her, but it does make it seem a lot less likely. So, if what I'm saying is correct, what does it mean?
If Dio entered the room, Luna was already dead.
Exactly. Clover also has a motive.
You mean what Alice noticed?
Yeah. The movement of the A-B rooms convinced Alice that Luna had killed the old woman. Once Clover realized that, she probably started to think that Luna had killed Alice to keep her from telling anyone else the truth. She probably led Luna to the crew quarters to confront her. Maybe she hoped seeing Alice's corpse would cause Luna to confess. Maybe she knew something we don't. But Clover didn't get what she wanted. Luna didn't confess. Then, during her interrogation, something happened. It's hard to say what. Luna might have said something that set Clover off. Or, maybe she admitted to a crime she didn't commit just to get Clover to stop. Whatever it was, something happened that drove Clover to murder.
When did Clover get the injection gun?
I would guess after she went through the yellow door, she would have been exploring the infirmary with Alice and Kay. That seems the most likely place to find it. Anyway, this is all just a theory, right? We don't have any proof, so
theory.
keep it quiet, okay?
I know. There's one last thing. Is there any other footage that showed anything?
No. Nothing to tell us where Clover, Tenmyoji, and Quark went. And nothing about the old woman or Alice's murders either.
Zero
Still unknown.
Identity. Okay, well, let's go find Clover. Guess we're not going to know the truth unless we get it straight from the horse's mouth. She's probably dead, you know.
I wonder if Clover's even alive.
She is. She has to be.
I sure hope so.
Beep, beep.
Yeah. All right, let's start looking. We'll go through the crew quarters and work our way toward the elevator. Got it?
Yeah.
You search rooms 1 and 2. I'll take 3 and 4.
Got it. The most horrible thing about death is how it turns a person into a thing. It's a thing that looks like your friend, but it's not them anymore. Just a strange, cold shell. And every time you look at it, you feel a little of that coldness creeping in around the edges of your soul. See, death puts a heavy ball of lead in your stomach that just sits there, poisoning you. Turn left the room.
No good. There's no one in 3 or 4. What about yours?
Same. Nobody in them. Except Alice and Luna. Lead ball pressed against the insides of my abdomen. I leaned back against the wall and let out a long, weary sigh.
What's wrong? You need to get it together.
Oh, hello.
What are we
you're
doing
closer
right
than me.
now?
Looking for the others.
Right. I know how you feel, but sitting around being miserable isn't gonna help anybody. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. If I turn and head to the door on the far end. Whoa! First thing I felt was the strange cold sweat of terror. My stomach clenched in protest, pushing a wave of bile and nausea up into my throat. The lead ball turned to ice and my legs began to tremble under its weight before they finally gave way and collapsed. They were dead. I could feel it the moment I looked at them, but I didn't want to believe it. They couldn't be dead. Perhaps they were just sleeping. The cool lump feel of their skin under my shaking fingers dashed any hope as I had left. I wrapped a trembling hand around the end of the bed and hauled myself up onto it. Even when I closed my eyes, I could still see them. My heart hammered away at my ribs. My chest felt so tight I could barely breathe. I forced myself to take long, deep breaths. Finally, I opened my eyes.
They were in a blind spot. The security camera. Remember how we didn't see anything in the real-time feed in the security room?
Yeah. Guess the partition was in the way.
Yeah.
Handcuffed together.
Yeah. Whoever did this really didn't want them going anywhere. The chain's been looped around the pipe below the sink.
They will have been trapped here when the doors closed.
Look. See the red marks on their wrists? They were trying to get the handcuffs off.
So you're saying it wasn't one of them that did this?
Probably not.
It's kind of Tenryoji's left hand. Looks like it's probably from a knife or something similar. Must have been deep.
And the blood on his clothes probably came from that wound. I don't see any others, at least. If this was the only one, it doesn't look fatal. I don't think he died from this cut.
Penalty. The primary doors closed, they couldn't get to them. The needles and the bracelets activated in.
Yeah. You can see the marks on their wrists from where they were injected. The tubocurarine must have killed them.
I think that's why they were handcuffed to the sink.
They wouldn't have been able to get through the white doors without Quark. Someone wanted to use the penalty to kill them. They didn't need to tie them up.
Yeah, you've got a point. What's wrong?
I take back what I just said.
You found something?
Yeah.
Quark? Bent down, picked something up, and handed it to me. Was it Quark's bracelet? Yep. Cyanide bracelet. This was Quark's.
Correct. It has 9 BP, too. There's no mistake.
What's Quark's bracelet doing here? Wait, no, hold on. If Quark's bracelet is here, then that means...
Your heart stops. Your bracelet comes off.
No. This can't be happening. Not Quark.
Hey, Sigma. Calm down. Just because his bracelet's off doesn't mean Quark's dead.
But
In fact, this could be good news. A ray of hope.
we have hope.
Yeah. If Quark still had his bracelet on, then he would have ended up like Tenmyoji and Clover. But he's not wearing it. That means he might have managed to avoid getting injected with tubocurarine.
You mean the bracelet came off before the doors closed?
Yeah.
That's impossible. Zero June told us that they only came off when your heart stops or when you escape.
Maybe he got out then.
Right, he's got 9 BP. But so you're saying he escaped, then he came back and left his bracelet here? Oh, that's impossible too. Zero Jr. said the number 9 door only opens once. Even if he was able to go outside, he couldn't come back in.
Why do you have to be so pessimistic? Have you actually seen Quark dead, huh? You need to think positive, Sigma. Reality is what we believe it to be.
Yeah. Really? So you're saying this is what we wanted to happen?
That's enough!
Ow.
Quark is definitely alive. He has to be. He has to be. I refuse to believe he isn't. I can't let an innocent kid like that get killed.
I wanted to ask if she meant Clover and Temioji weren't innocent and had deserved to die, but swallowed my words. Fighting wasn't going to help us. All I could do was hope that Fi was right. Perhaps Quark was still alive. As very unlikely it is. What are you doing?
Examining their bodies. Tenmyoji first. Clues.
Why? What kind of clues?
To who might have killed them. Finding Quark's bracelet tells us something. If the killers saw it, that would make for an obvious motive.
Quark's bracelet closing Temioji would have been able to go through the white doors. Killer handcuffed them to the sink to prevent that.
Right. That's my guess, at least. That's odd.
What's wrong?
I can't find anything.
Huh?
I should have found something.
What?
You remember when we ran into Tenmyoji in the rec room? He sprayed our wrists with luminol. I'm sure I saw him pull the spray bottle out of his pocket.
And now you can't find it?
Right.
Think the killer took it?
I don't know. I'm gonna take a look at Clover, too. Give me a minute.
Friday knelt down next to Clover as she spoke and began to gently examine her corpse. Then after a moment I saw her hand stop.
Look. See your thigh? Doesn't it look like there's something written there?
Yeah, it does.
Sorry, I'll have to move your leg a little bit.
It's written in blood.
It says 016.
Nope, it says Dio.
Hang on. I feel like I've seen that somewhere. 016.
Says Dio.
016. I know I've seen it somewhere. It's no use. Can't remember.
Don't get my hopes up like that.
Anyway, these numbers have to have something to do with the
Says
killer.
Dio.
She must have written them after she got hit with the soparil. There would have been a few minutes before she went all the way under when she could have done something. I think she probably used those last minutes to tell the rest of us who'd killed her.
016, huh? Hey, but the only people who could have done it are Kay and Dio. Assuming it wasn't one of us, I mean.
No. There's also Quark. I mean, I'm not saying he did it, just...
It's hopeless. I can't keep up anymore. Here's goddamn mystery. What happened with about that old lady we found? Who killed her? The room in the AB room makes Luna seem the most suspicious. Where would she have done it? We don't have a good explanation for why she would have wrapped the knife up in a handkerchief. Of course, now Luna's dead too. So who could have killed her? Pushing security camera paired with Dio's behavior makes Clover seem like the most likely suspect. But now we'll never know for sure. Alice's killer is a complete mystery. We don't know what the hell 016 is supposed to mean. It's probably saying Dio. I don't have any idea where Quark's gone. What the hell does any of this mean? Who killed everyone? Where's Zero Senior? What the hell does he want? Why does this game even exist? Why did they kidnap us and bring us here? Where is this? When is this? Mysteries. Mysteries. I feel like my head's about to explode. Please, fight. Give me something. Anything. Clue, a hint. Come on, we've got to have something.
The luminol. I think there's a very good chance someone took the spray bottle out of Tenmyoji's pocket.
Okay, but how is that important?
Well, let me ask you this. Why do you think they took it?
We could test for blood.
What would they need to do in order to do that?
They just need to spray the bottle and whatever they want to test.
That's it?
No, wait. You're right. Luminol reacts with organic compounds and glows, but the glowing is really faint.
So?
So you need to make it dark. You have to turn off the lights in order to see if anything's glowing.
And that would mean?
That would mean... the rec room. Fine, I raced for the door. We weren't sure what we'd find, but we knew where we were going. I had a feeling deep in my gut that whatever we found would be the breakthrough I'd been looking for. It's getting harder and harder to come up with names for episodes of these guys. Yeah. Obviously, I named the episode where we do the puzzle rooms what the room called, but in between was a kind of hard to say without coming up with spoilers or something. Rec room. The axe is gone. Jesus! Everything in my head grounded to a halt. Even after all I'd seen, a room full of corpses had a profound effect. Well, shit. Such a ridiculous thought that before I could stop myself, I laughed. That laugh made me think, Was laughter in this situation a defensive response designed to protect the brain from the constant emotional bombardment? They say that right before an animal dies, it feels a moment of comfort. Right before death, the brain releases a huge amount of endorphins into the bloodstream. Pain is only a warning signal meant to help the body avoid death, but when death becomes a certainty, pain no longer has any use. In fact, the loss of pain can lead to incredibly feats on the edge of death. You'd say that two species of animals come under attack from some overwhelming force, all of them severely wounded and near death. Species A feels pain, but species B doesn't. The horrible pain felt by species A prevents them from moving, but because they feel no pain, some of species B will manage to drag their wounded bodies to safely and survive. As a result, species A is eliminated and only species B manages to survive. This process of natural selection has been repeated for thousands, no millions of years. All creatures that walk the face of the earth are descended from species B. I'm no exception. That's why I can look at a room full of corpses and laugh. The genes I've been given by a million years of evolution have changed my fears into ecstasy. Guess this means you and I are the only survivors.
Don't make me keep saying it. Quark's still out there somewhere.
Yeah, you're right. He is still out there. So does that mean he killed them? I mean, you said yourself that there's no way there was a 10th uninvited player out there when Alice was killed. And we've also refuted the possibility of Zero Senior being the 10th person. There's no 10th person. The only people alive are you and me and Quark.
You're being ridiculous. Look at their bodies. There's an axe buried in Kay's back, and the spear has been thrust all the way through Dio's stomach.
Dio still has his
Really
bracelet
think a
on, though.
child Quark's size could do that?
Right. Saying you killed them?
Are you insane? And just when would I have done that? I've been with you this whole time.
She was right. After the end of the second round of the AB game, Fi and I hadn't been out of each other's sights. We've gone through the white door, exploring the security room office, saw puzzles, all of it together. No, wait. There had been one time when I wasn't watching. A few minutes in the security office when I'm resting on the couch. Could she have snuck out then? The rec room and the security office weren't that far away from one another. If the round trip took about a minute, she'd kill them in 4 minutes, and the whole thing would have only taken her 5 minutes. Minutes. 5 minutes, huh? Just how long had I been out? No, that wasn't really right. I hadn't really been out. It just felt like everything was being fast forward. Probably because my mental processing speed had dropped. long had it been like that? It might have only felt like a few seconds to me, but it could have been much longer. And where had something like the processing speech drop coming from? What you doing there, Fi?
Checking their bodies like before. I decided to start with Dio.
Find anything?
Yeah. 2 things, actually. Take a look at this.
A knife?
Yeah.
Something engraved on the blade, too. My Murdons? Is that the name of the manufacturer?
Dunno. It's not a name I've ever heard of before. But look at the handle. You've seen it before, right?
This is the knife that was stabbed into Alice's chest.
Right. From the looks of it, I guess the blade is about 15 centimeters long. I'd say it's probably about 3 centimeters tall and 3 millimeters wide.
I think I've heard those numbers before.
Like, wound cavity, 150 millimeters. Wound length, 30 millimeters. Wound width, 3 millimeters.
Yeah, that's it. When Luna scanned the older woman's body, those were the numbers it gave us for the wound. Yeah, that's right.
Right, well, wound cavity would be the depth of the wound. Wound length would be how long it is from top to bottom. And wound width would be how wide the flat end of the wound is. In other words...
Those numbers describe the size and shape of the wound, right?
Right.
So if they match, then that means this knife was used to kill the old woman.
Well, I was just eyeballing those measurements, so we can't be sure.
Still, why does Dio have it?
He must have gotten it from Alice.
I know that. What I mean is, why he take it? Did he want to destroy the evidence? Maybe he was the one who killed Alice.
That would match up with what we saw.
No, wait. Hold on a second. I'm getting confused here. Alice would have had the knife first, right? She picked it up when she found it wrapped in a handkerchief next to the AB room.
Right.
So Dio took it from her and stabbed her? If that's what happened, why didn't he just take the knife then? He probably did. Why leave it there for us to see, then come back and get it later?
Well, we can look into that more later. First, I want you to have a look at something else.
What?
Don't you remember what I said? I found 2 things. There was the knife and... this.
Hey, this is that key.
What do you mean, that key?
We found it in the Golem Bay. Didn't have any idea what it was for then. What it was then, though. What it was for then, though. But Alice said it might be important, so she hung on to it just in case.
So, Alice should have had this, right?
Yeah.
And now Dio's got it.
Yeah.
So when Dio took the knife, he also took Kay's key.
Wait. Kay's key?
Oh man. You couldn't figure it out from the shape?
What do you mean?
Get over here. A picture's worth 1,000 words. Let me show you.
She walked over to Kay's head, knelt down on one knee, and pointed to the back of it.
You remember this, right?
Oh yeah. So that's it. It unlocks the suit, right?
Yeah. Let's give it a shot.
Before I had time to prepare myself, Vi shoved the key into the slot and twisted. But
It's no good. Can't get it open.
why not?
Maybe the suit is powered, and it needs to be on in order to open. But with this axe in here...
You're saying it short this suit out or something?
I think so. At any rate, the key fits perfectly. I don't have any doubt it's for removing Kay's suit.
Think Dio knew that when he took it?
I wonder...
So I guess we'll never know what his face really looks like.
Yeah. No way we can get that mask off with our bare hands.
Wonder who he was.
Well, I still haven't checked him over. Let's have a look. Maybe we'll find something that'll tell us who he is.
She's only been searching a few seconds before she stopped and pulled something out of Kay's robe. Bzz.
Look,
Why don't we take the axe out? What is it?
a spray bottle with luminol in it.
That's the one Temioji had.
Yeah.
Was it though? Does that mean Kay was the one who handcuffed them to the sink?
We don't know yet.
Why
Kay
not?
might have taken the spray from Tenmyoji after he died. It's possible he made it through the white doors before we did, went to the infirmary and got this. Anyway, there's something I want to see. Turn off the lights.
Are you going to check for a luminol reaction?
Yeah. If Kay used the spray before he died, we might still be able to see it.
There's blood everywhere in here though.
That's okay. If he didn't spray it, there won't be a reaction from any of it. Come on. All right, do it. Thanks. Just as I thought. Look, Dio's left wrist.
The other side of his bracelet is glowing.
Exactly.
Oh, it is off.
Because there are
Why?
traces of blood on it.
Whose blood?
We've seen 5 people with serious bleeding. The old woman, Alice, Tenmyoji, and these 2 here. I'm disinclined to think this is Dio or Kay's blood, though. See? If you look, it's been wiped off. Except for the luminol, the bracelet looks clean. Why would someone wipe blood off a bracelet after being hit with an axe or stabbed with a spear, and then spray it with luminol? It doesn't make sense.
And that leaves the old woman, Alice and Temioji.
Right.
Click. Remember what Temioji said to us in this room?
Can I see the other side of your bracelets? Please, just do it.
I think Temioji had figured out that one of the bracelets would have blood on it.
That would have meant he was looking for either Alice's blood or the old woman's.
Wonder which it was.
No idea. But whatever the case, Tenmyoji seemed to think that whoever had this bracelet was Zero Sr.
Just relax, okay? That's all I needed to know. Neither one of you is Zero Senior.
Are you saying that because there wasn't any reaction from the luminol?
Yeah?
Yeah. Whoa, wait. Are you saying that Dio is Zero Senior?
I don't know. The only thing I can say for sure is that there's a possibility that Dio killed the other 6 victims.
Who killed Dio?
Kay, perhaps? After he was attacked, he used the last of his strength.
Another descendant of species B.
Huh?
Nothing. Forget about it. Anyway, if Zero Senior was Dio, then...
All of this would be over. This awful game would be over.
An ambidex gate has been opened.
How?
45 minutes remain until ambidex
How?
game polling closes.
What? What the hell is happening? That's impossible.
Quark.
Quark? Quark opened a gate?
Whatever. We need to get back to the Floor A warehouse. Hurry!
I know, I'm coming. Ugh. Damn it. Well, guys, I'm going to end the part off here. So, thank you all so much for watching this video. If you liked the video, please give that like button a click. Comment down below what you like about the video, what you didn't like about the video. And let me know, who do you think opened the door? It has to be Quark. He's the only person that we've ever seen. But then, where did he get the key card from and such? And what? It's mysteries on top of mysteries. It's so difficult. But actually, I'm pretty curious. Where are we in the timeline? Okay, we're here. Then what? More story stuff? Then we pick, and then ally betrayed. Not that it will matter because we're with Phi. Because Phi and I are a pair, so it doesn't matter who if we ally or betray. Because we have Luna's bracelet. Luna's bracelet will not change anyway. But oh well. Maybe it'll be a moral thing we chose. Oh well. So yeah. Anyway, guys, yeah. And as always, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a beat. And subscribe to my main channel, too. That's in the description below. So let's follow me on Twitter. Both my main Twitter, the RG Kingdom Kid Twitter, are in there, too. Well, thank you all so much for watching once again. And I'll see you all next time.